All right, let's have an open conversation because there is something in the coaching industry that is destroying your sales every single year. And it specifically shows up in December, and I'll summarize it with this one sentence. I'm gonna wait until the new year. Listen, if a date on your calendar is the only thing that is holding up your growth, then you are clearly lacking strategy, you are lacking identity, you're lacking actual structures to take action and be more proactive, because January is not going to be just a fresh start. Every single person on earth pretty much is gonna want to wait to January to kick off the new year on the right foot. But January at the end of the day is just going to be a mirror. It's going to mirror what you did or did not do in December and leading up into the new year. And I'm basically gonna summarize in this video that there are two different identities of people and coaches in December. There is the waiter. This is the coach that's always about to start. They're about to fix their content. They're about to invest into coaching. They're about to really go full force into content creation and launching their offer and like really taking it seriously. But they're always living in this land of later. Like they're gonna do it later. They need to get all their ducks in a row. And later has stolen their potential more than fear or the unknown or taking risks ever could take from them. They convince themselves that they're being smart because they're thinking it through, they're being more logical, like they're setting things up. But you and I both know that logic is usually just fear basically wearing a coat. So when someone says, let me wait until January, what they really mean is, I don't trust myself yet. So that logic is just masked as fear. Now, identity number two is what I call the December investor. This is the coach that actually does and says what they want to be. They don't wait, they don't procrastinate, they don't stall, they don't need to, again, have their ducks in a row. They don't need to align the stars to take action. Like they just do it and then they figure it out as they go. They invest before they feel ready. They take action when everybody else is going into hibernation mode and kind of going on coasting mode. And because of that, they walk into January with way more momentum built. They have more confidence, their clarity is super locked in. They are actually starting January off on the right foot because the December investor, they're not waiting for a specific date or number on the calendar to become who they really want to become. They're responding to who they already know in their heart that they want to embody. And this is the identity that is going to win time and time again. So let's address the excuse head on. I will wait until January, I'll start in January. Maybe, maybe not, like really, will you actually start? Because if you think about it, if thinking about this thing worked, you would already have the results that you want. I'll start in the new year, or I'll start in the next quarter, I'll start next month. It is the same lie that people have been telling themselves for years, if not decades. Like New Year's resolutions do not create new identities. Actions create new identities, decisions, commitment. That is what will actually create and shift your identity. You do not need more time. You do not need a specific arbitrary date on a calendar to become and decide to embody that 2.0 version that you know deep inside is there. Like here's what most coaches don't realize. Waiting isn't neutral. Waiting costs you. Every single month that you wait, you don't just lose money. Like you literally reinforce this version of you who hesitates. And if you think about it, hesitation is a habit. You cannot think your way into confidence. Like confidence is built through repetition, it's built through doing, it's built through taking action. That's why the most successful people who are out there, they invest before they feel ready, because they realize that the actual identity shift of them just taking action and not making excuses is the exact thing that gets them the result that they want. And it is not the other way around. So the real question is when January hits, do you want to be the coach who's still trying to figure it out, trying to figure out their niche, trying to dial in their messaging, trying to figure out like what even is this offer? Like how do I even make money online? Like do you want to start January off without building any momentum? Or do you want to be that coach who actually takes action now and builds this momentum? That way going into January, they already have this clarity, they're already on the right track, they've already built a handful of weeks worth of result and momentum because they made that decision now versus procrastinating. And in my opinion, momentum belongs to the people who don't use this number on a calendar for permission to take action. So if you're done making excuses, telling yourself the same story, you're tired of not seeing results, and you're tired of starting January off with zero clarity and zero momentum, and you're actually ready to start hitting 10, 20, 50K months, what I want you to do is book a one-on-one call with me in the description below. Do not wait for a miracle. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for January or Q1 to roll around just for you to give yourself permission to take action and invest. Instead, become the December investor and start investing your time into building out the foundations going into the new year. Build out the systems that you need to gain clarity on where you're actually going in the new year. That way you don't have to spin your wheels and have a ton of fogginess the 1st of January. So if this resonates, if you want to actually take action, if you want to embody that version of yourself that you know deep inside is there and you're just currently giving yourself an outing and an excuse not to take action until January, again, what I want you to do, book a call below. We'll go over a strategy, a game plan, really see how we can start building momentum going into the new year. That way you can really crush 2026 instead of making excuses.